Talk about transfer object design pattern. This pattern is used when we want to pass data with multiple attributes in one shot from client to server. Transfer object is a simple POJO class that has getters and setter methods and is serialized so that it can be transferred over the network. Server-side business class normally fetches data from the database and fills the POJO and sends it to the client or passes it by value. The business object will fill the transfer object with data, whereas transfer object is a simple POJO that has getters and setters. Client either requests or sends the transfer object to the business object. Let's take an example of an employee, where an employee is a POJO class that has name and employee ID with getters and setters and the constructor of the employee. And we will have an employee business object that will have all the methods that needs to be executed on the employee, such as get all employees, update employee, delete employee, and add employee. And lastly, we have transfer test that will have main method. Let's build this example and see how it works. Let's open our Visual Studio Code and create our first employee class. That would be employee.java. That will have two attributes, private string name and private int employee ID. Let's generate getters and setters. I'll auto generate them. Similarly, for employee ID, you generate getters and setters. So these are the getters and setter methods for employee ID and employee name. Let's create our business object. That would be employee po.java. That's a business object. Within this, we will have list of employees, which will have employee objects. Let's create that. Employees. And let's create our public employee BO. That would be a constructor, which will have employees equals new array list. That will take employee. Then let's create two employees, emp1 equals new employee, and we will pass the name and employee ID. Pass the employee ID as 1. Let's go ahead and create our constructor. We haven't created a constructor in this. Employee. That will take string name int emp ID. This would be a public. In this, we will have this dot name equals name. This dot emp ID equals emp ID. So we've just created a constructor in this employee.java, and we'll go back here. You see here we already have this employee. Let's go back to employee and see it's a name and employee ID that we are passing. Oh, this is a int, not a string. So let's change it to int. Similarly, let's create one more employee. That would be John, employee 2. And within this, let's update these employees list by adding these two employees, employee 1, and again employees dot add emp2, and let's create our methods. public void delete employee, and we will take the parameter as employee object. Within this, let's use employees list dot remove, and we will pass employee dot get employee ID. And again, we will have a print statement out dot print line, and we would print emp ID plus employee dot get emp ID is deleted. Let's create a get all employees method. Public list of employees is a return type. Get all employees method, and just return our employees list. And there would be one more method to get a single employee. Public, the return type would be an employee, and get a single employee based on employee ID. And we will say return employees dot get emp ID. So we'll return that particular employee. Similarly, we will have one more method that would be public void update an existing employee. That will take an employee object. Within this, we will say employees dot first get our employee dot get employee ID, get that object, and then set the name, get the employee dot get name. So here we are first trying to get the employee from the employee list by saying employees dot get and the employee parameter that we got. So this will get the employee object from the employees, and then we are setting the name as the employee object that we got it. So it would be employee dot get name. So now we will print the similar statement here. This would be employee ID with this employee is updated. So let's create our final class called transfer object.java. So this will have our main method. Within this, let's first create our employee business object. Employee BO equals new employee BO. First, let's print all our employees here. We'll say employee emp, and using employee we'll say employee BO dot get all employees. So we are iterating here with all employees, and let's print our employees out dot print line. Then this we will have emp ID would be emp dot get emp ID, and again let's print the name of the employee. That would be emp dot get name. So we're just iterating through all the employees and printing their details here. Let's update an employee now. So first create an employee. We will call this as employee1 equals employee BO dot get all employees with get all employees. So we'll say get all employees dot, let's get the first object within that list. That would be 0. So we got employee 1, the first employee in the list, dot set name to William. So here we are setting the employee name to William. And then we will get that employee object, a single employee object. Let's use the same object equals employee BO dot get employee. Let's get the employee ID with 1, and then let's again print this statement with this employee ID. That would be employee 1 and again employee 1. So here we are just updating this employee 1 object, and again getting the employee 1 object from the using the business object. We are getting that employee and just printing employee ID and the name. Let's save all these and compile these files within this folder. We'll say java c *java. *java. This will compile all the files within this folder. Now let us use Java and the transfer object that has main method and hit enter. So if you see here, first we are iterating through all the employees. So if you see here, I think we are iterating and printing the employee IDs and getting the first employee. So first, I think we have made a mistake by passing the employee ID as 1 for both. So let's go ahead and correct that. So if you see here, the reason for the employee ID as 1 is due to this. So let's change this to from 1 to 2 so that we have an employee ID 1 for David and 2 for John. Now let us compile this again with all the files. Once it is compiled, let's clear this screen and use Java and transfer object. So now if you see, what we have done here in our transfer object is that we have iterated through all the objects and printed employee ID and employee name. Similarly, we got the employee, get all employees and get the first element, that would be John. And again here we are printing all the employees. So let's change this one to 2. And again, run it again, java c *java. That compiles all the files within this directory. And again, transfer object. This has a main method. So it is printed index out of bounds. So if you see here, so we are trying to fetch an employee 2. That would be third index or third element within the employee. But there is no third employee here as we have created only 2 employees. So I'll go back and change it to 1 so that we get employee 1 from the list. Okay, go back and compile all the files. Again, Java C, asterisk.java, Java transfer object. Now if you see here, it has printed employee ID and employee name. These two are from this loop. And here, let's change it to 0. And again, compile one more time, asterisk.java, so that we will know that the first object got updated to William. So if you see here, David, John, these two were printed using this loop, employee ID and employee name, all the employees that we have. Again, we have updated this 0th employee to William from David. And again, we got this get employee 0 from using the business object, and we have printed again. So if you see here, it got changed to William. So this is a simple example of transfer object pattern. Hope this was helpful. Thank you for watching.